Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Mother, I feel your laughter. Ancient Mother, I taste your tears. Hola Mama, wahasukola. Hola Mama, wahasuhan. Hola Mama, kawe ha 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 ha. Hola Mama, tatekai. Sounds of laughter, children playing, the whispering wind singing in the pines. Overhead the snow goose calling, beneath our feet gem and crystal mines. Oh, great bear down in the hollow, white goose flying high in the sky. Come circle round the sacred mountain, joining hands, lift voices high. Father, Son, give us your light. Mother Moon, help us be wise. Flowing waters, quench our thirst now. Northern lights, come paint our sky.
This film you're about to see, Messages from the Ancestors, takes us to a different time and place when this continent's indigenous ancestors lived in harmony and balance with their sacred Earth Mother and all living things. This was a time before contact with first Europeans' arrival on these shores. By way of quotes from some of the iconic indigenous leaders of Turtle Island or North America, you will hear words of wisdom that is greatly needed in today's troubled and chaotic world. A world where greed, power, and overwhelming disrespect for our sacred mother has become a dangerous way of life for all of us. With today's religious extremist groups doing great harm to themselves and the masses, it is my hope that these powerful and insightful messages from the ancestors will give you some spiritual guidance that can renew your faith in our Creator, Great Spirit, and leave you with more respect for our sacred Earth Mother and all living things.
O Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me. I am small and weak. I need your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make my hands respect the things you have made and my ears sharp to hear your voice. Make me wise so that I may understand the things you have taught my people. Let me learn the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength, not to be greater than my brother, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. Native American Prayer.
The first piece, which is the most important, is that which comes within the souls of people when they realize their relationship, their oneness with the universe and all its powers. And when they realize that at the center of the universe dwells Wakantanka, and that this center is really everywhere, it is within each of us. Black Elk, Oglala Lakota.
Before our white brothers arrived to make us civilized men, we didn't have any kind of prison. Because of this, we had no delinquents. Without a prison, there can be no delinquents. We had no locks nor keys, and therefore among us there were no thieves. When someone was poor that he couldn't afford a horse, a tent, or blanket, he would, in that case, receive it all as a gift. We were too uncivilized to give great importance to private property. We didn't know any kind of money, and consequently, the value of a human being was not determined by wealth. We had no written laws laid down, no lawyers, no politicians. Therefore, we were not able to cheat and swindle one another. We were really in bad shape before the white man arrived. Crowfoot, Blackfoot Warrior.
And while I stood there, I saw more than I can tell. And I understood more than I saw, for I was seeing in a sacred manner the shapes of things in the spirit, and the shape of all shapes as they must live together like one being. Black Elk.
The sun is setting. The sun is setting. He's the sun is setting. He's asking us to dream. He's wanting us to dream. The sun is
Whenever forests have not been mowed down, whenever the animal is recessed in their quiet protection, Whenever the earth is not bereft of four-footed life, that, to the white man, is in a broken wilderness. But for us, there was no wilderness. Nature was not dangerous, but hospitable. Not forbidding, but friendly. Our faith sought the harmony of man with his surroundings. The other sought the dominance of surroundings. For us, the world was full of beauty. For the other, it was a place to be endured until he went to another world. But we were wise. We knew that man's heart away from nature becomes hard. Kinship with all creatures of the earth, sky, and water was a real and active principle. In the animal and bird world, there existed a brotherly feeling that kept us safe among them. The animals had the right of man's protection, the right to live, the right to multiply, the right to freedom, and the right to man's indebtedness. This concept of life and its relations filled us with the joy and mystery of living. It gave us reverence for all life. It made a place for all things in the scheme of existence with equal importance to all. Luther Standing Bear, Oglala Lakota. There is a power in nature that man has ignored, and the result has been heartache and pain. Anasazi Foundation. Crazy Horse dreamed and went into the world where there is nothing but the spirits of all things. That is the real world that is behind this one. And everything we see here is something like a shadow from that one. Black Elk.
This war did not spring up on our land. This was brought upon us by the children of the Great Father, who came to take our land without a price, and who, in our land, do a great many evil things. This war has come from robbery, from the stealing of our land. Spotted Tail.
The American Indian is of the soil, whether it be the region of forests, plains, pueblos, or mesas. He fits into the landscape, For the hand that fashioned the continent also fashioned the man for his surroundings. He once grew as naturally as the wild sunflowers. He belongs just as the buffalo belonged. Luther Standing Bear.
If you talk to the animals, they will talk with you, and you will know each other. If you do not talk to them, you will not know them, and what you do not know, you will fear. What one fears, one destroys. Chief Dan George.
Everything on the earth has a purpose. Every disease, an herb to cure it, and every person, a mission. This is the Indian theory of existence. Morning Dove, Salish.
Upon suffering beyond suffering, the red nation shall rise again, and it shall be a blessing for a sick world. A world filled with broken promises, selfishness, and separations. A world longing for light again. I see a time of 7 generations when all the colors of mankind will gather under the sacred tree of life, and the whole earth will become one circle again. Crazy Horse, Oglala Lakota.
When the time is right and the moon is bright, we will come to meet, riding the wind. Like a clear blue sky, free from the storm, we will come to meet, riding the wind. Riding the wind. Where the lightning flash, it awakes my soul as I call to you. My heart's the thunder pounding the sky as I come to you, riding the wind, riding the with an open heart, knowing what's true, we will come to meet, riding the wind, riding the wind. When the lightning flash, it awakes my soul as I call to you. My heart's the thunder pounding the sky as I come to you, riding the wind, riding the wind, riding the wind, riding the wind, riding the
I do not see a delegation of four-footed. I see not seat for the eagles. We forget and we consider ourselves superior. But we are, after all, a mere part of creation. And we must consider to understand where we are. And we stand somewhere between the mountain and the ant. Somewhere and only there as part and parcel of the creation, or in Lyon's Oneida.
When a child, my mother taught me the legends of our people, taught me of the sun and sky, the moon and stars, the clouds and storms. She also taught me to kneel and pray to Usan for strength, health, wisdom, and protection. Geronimo, Apache.
All birds, even those of the same species, are not alike. And it is the same with animals and with human beings. The reason Wonkin Tonkin does not make two birds or animals or human beings exactly alike is because each is placed here by Wonkin Tonka to be an independent individuality and to rely upon itself. Shooter, Teton. Traditionally, people of Indian nations have interpreted the two roads that face the light-skinned race as the road to technology and the road to spirituality. We feel that the road to technology has led modern society to a damaged and seared earth. Could it be that the road to technology represents a rush to destruction, and that the road to spirituality represents the slower path that the traditional native people have traveled and are now seeking again? This earth is not scorched on this trail. The grass is still growing there. William Commanda, Mama Winnie Nanny.
I do not think the measure of a civilization is how tall its buildings of concrete are, but rather how well its people have learned to relate to their environment and fellow man. Sun Bear, Chippewa.
Our nation was born in genocide when it embraced the doctrine that the original American, the Indian, was an inferior race. Even before there were large numbers of Negroes on our shore, the scar of racial hatred had already disfigured colonial society. From the 16th century forward, blood flowed in battles over racial supremacy. We are perhaps the only nation which tried, as a matter of national policy, to wipe out its indigenous population. Moreover, we elevated that tragic experience into a noble crusade. Indeed, even today, we have not permitted ourselves to reject or feel remorse for this shameful episode. Our literature, our films, our drama, our folklore, all exalted. Our children are still taught to respect the violence which reduced the red-skinned people of an earlier culture into a few fragmented groups, herded into impoverished reservations. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. Lumbee.
The moon
Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for those who've already been there. Vine Deloria Jr.
This is a holy song, and great is its power. The song tells how, as I sing and go through the air to a holy place where Usen will give me power to do wonderful things. I am surrounded by little clouds, and as I go through the air, I change, becoming spirit only. Geronimo Apache.
Si te encuentro y me miras, sabrás tú quién soy yo, porque yo te amo. Si te abrazo y me abrazas, volverán los recuerdos, porque yo te amo. I heard you laugh, my soul stood still, the memories flowed like pictures, and I will always know you.
If I saw you, if you saw me,
Will you know who I am? Because I know you.
if you heard me,
Yo te escucho,
if I touched you,
tócame.
will you know what I feel?
Because I know you. I heard you laugh, my soul stood still, the memories flowed like pictures, and I will always know you. Yes, I will always love you.
I am going to venture that the man who sits on the ground in his teepee meditating on life and its meaning, accepting the kinship of all creatures, and acknowledging unity with the universe of things, was infusing into his being the true essence of civilization. Luther Standing Bear.
Being is a spiritual proposition. Gaining is a material act. Traditionally, American Indians have always attempted to be the best people they can be. Part of that spiritual process was and is to give away wealth, to discard wealth in order not to gain. Russell Means, Lakota.
Over 100 years ago, Black Elk, holy man of the Galala Lakota, had a vision of the time when Indian people would heal from the devastating effects of European migration. In his vision, the sacred hoop, which had been broken, would be mended in 7 generations. The children born now is the 7th generation. Anasazi Foundation. End of an era. Our warriors answered the cry of the drums, but could not stop the white man's guns. It seemed our blood would cover the land from battles we didn't quite understand. We're left with the children's hungry cries and the sadness in the old ones' eyes. Tomorrow they vision a brand new dawn, but one we will not call our own. As our footprints quietly melt with the snow, so surely will the way of life we know. O'er silent villages standing alone, the night breeze whispers an empty song. Or campfires that are long burned out, she scatters the cold gray ashes about. But the sun hears not the red man's cry, and walks not backward against the sky. The winds of change speak to our ear, the sunset time of our season is here. We could not win the final war, and our brother, the eagle, flies no more. Mary Ann Russell.
Brother, you say there is but one way to worship and serve the Great Spirit. If there is but one religion, why do you white people differ so much about it? Why not all agreed as you can all read the book? Red Jacket, Seneca.
The old Indian teaching was that it is wrong to tear loose from its place on the earth anything that may be growing there. It may be cut off, but it should not be uprooted. The trees and the grass have spirits. Wooden Leg, Cheyenne.
We do not want schools. They will teach us to have churches. We do not want churches. They will teach us to quarrel about God. We do not want to learn that. We may quarrel with men sometimes about things on this earth, but we never quarrel about God. We do not want to learn that. Chief Joseph, Nez Perce.
Hello, I'm Ed Breeding, and I hope you enjoyed the beautiful scenes of our Sacred Mother and the great wisdom from our First Nations ancestors. As this film's producer-director, I have observed the negative effects our species is having on this planet, and I do not see any great leaders coming forth with a movement to honor and respect our Sacred Mother and all living things. As exemplified in this film, the only humans that I see offering an example of how to live in harmony and balance with the Sacred Mother are the traditional First Nations people of this continent before contact with the European whites. And since contact with the first Europeans, we've seen all forms of degradation, wars, overpopulation, disrespect, and abuse of our Sacred Mother here and all over the planet. It's my intention and hope that this film will awaken a call to duty for those of you that understands the message of this film and thereby take immediate action to do everything in your power to stop the abuse and rape of our Sacred Mother, realizing that without her, we can no longer exist. I am devoting my life to making such films as this one in the hopes that they will awaken in those that see them and understanding that we can no longer go on with business as usual and then expect our Sacred Mother to continue providing for us as she has been. Time is running out, and we're now in the 13th hour. We must stop the disrespect and abuse of our mother, or suffer the horrible consequences. And lastly, I would greatly appreciate your feedback on this film. Thank you very much. Adios. Hasta luego.
America, power of the earth. Where is your power? Where's it going to? Is it in humanity? Is it in the earth? Hey, 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 where is your power? Where's it going?